Hey guys, long time no see, mainly because there's been absolutely no content to cover recently, but today's a little bit of a change of pace, as in today's video we do have a new update to go over, which is called version 12.20 for Fortnite Save the World. In today's video, of course, I'm going to be going over every single thing that got added into this update and everything new that you need to know about. So I'm not really going to waste too much time here. Just a quick shout out to JodeFox1 for the support at gfuel.com. I appreciate your freaking face, man. Thank you so much. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into the video. Alright, now before we actually deep dive into all the information, going over the leaks and everything new in this content update, well, in this update in general, I do want to go ahead and mention something because I feel like a lot of people are going to be talking about it in the comments down below, which is that normally with Save the World, we get the majority of our content in the version 0.20 updates. However, this time around, you're going to see that we didn't really get that much compared to previous ones. Normally, Battle Royale will get a lot of stuff as soon as the season drops, and we get a lot of our stuff 2 major updates in. However, this time around, of course, we didn't really get crazy amounts of content. I mean, we got some cool stuff here and there, but nothing really substantial, and I want to talk about that really quick. I think this might have to do with the COVID-19 virus that's going around right now, and I'm probably going to get demonetized for saying that because YouTube is, well, YouTube. But I do think it might have something to do with that. Dave the Buck ended up confirming on Discord that the Epic team is working from home right now, you know, to prevent the spread of the virus and everything like that. And I think that might have to do with the fact that we are getting the specific content that we are getting in this update, and that updates might slow down a little bit due to the virus. So I wouldn't really lay into Epic too much this time around. Although I do got to say right off the bat that I am pretty disappointed in this update overall. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it, talk about everything that is new, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts and opinions at the end of the video if you do care. But let's go ahead and jump into everything, starting off with the home base status report and then moving on to the leaks. So the home base status report for March the 17th by the Fortnite team, which says, "Greeting commanders, take a look at what's happening at home base in this week's status report." Now they start things off with the School of Hard Knocks. An unlikely hero arrives at home base. Does he have what it takes to join the fight? Complete the School of Hard Knocks quest to unlock Gold Knox, the new constructor. And let me just go ahead and say right now, the design team did a fantastic job with this character. He looks freaking badass. I would probably pay like 1200 to 1500 V-Bucks to buy this guy if he were an actual skin in the item shop. I love the way that they modeled the, you know, the mask and everything. He looks, you know, straight out of Death Stranding. Kind of looks like Bane as well. Really like this character model, and from the sounds of it, he does have a pretty interesting commander perk, which we'll go over right now. The commander perk for Gold Knox says this time I'm in charge, Gold Knox, and the standard perk is Demo Derby. Bull Rush drops a mine for every 1 tile traveled. Each mine deals 110 base physical damage in a half tile radius, and the commander perk is that he drops one for every half tile, and that each mine will deal 275 base physical damage. So not exactly sure how usable this is going to be, whether the mines are permanent or they just sit there and explode after a certain amount of time, and really how much damage they're going to do in high-end content. I'll definitely be finding this out in tomorrow's video, as I will be streaming on Twitch today, and we'll be completing the quest line that comes with this guy and everything, and exactly, you know, seeing exactly how good he is. Now moving on from that, the main thing for this update is Cram Session. The Cram Session returns. If you guys don't remember what Cram Session was, this was around Season 6 for Save the World, where it's basically like a mini event where they boost the rewards pretty much tenfold across the game, giving you a bunch of different quests that you can run. The alerts will give more rewards and everything like that. A perfect time, I guess, to get stuff like evolution materials, perk ups, reperks, and everything like that. For high-end players, not really useful. For lower-end players, very useful. For me personally, I'll be using this to max out my collection book by leveling every single thing that I slot. It says that level up and evolve your favorite items during the Cram Session mini event. For the duration of the event, mini boss mission alerts will drop additional XP, evolution material, reperk, or perk up rewards instead of just one. Mini boss alert missions will continue to drop tickets. They added 4 quest lines, each of which has 10 stages that grant increasingly better one-time rewards upon completion, which would be stuff like XP, evo mats, perk ups, and gold. So as you start off, let's say you might get 20 rain, and by stage 10 you might get 1000 rain. And the event will end around April 3rd. Now if I'm not mistaken, April 3rd does fall on a Friday, and the event shop does reset on Fridays, so that kind of makes sense that it would have a reset maybe that week, which will be around the 31st, the 1st, or the 2nd. So March 31st, April 1st, or April 2nd, there might be a major update and then Friday, you know, the alerts go back to normal. Who knows? But it does say that Cram session will end around April 3rd. Now, moving on from that, we have a new military weapon, or a new Spec Ops weapon, my bad, which is called the Cleaner. Stand still, stack your damage, and clean up the husk with the new Cleaner sniper rifle. This will be available on the 18th until the 25th, and of course, tomorrow we will be streaming this over on Twitch to let you guys know exactly how I feel about it. This might be the best weapon in the entire set whenever it comes to the stand still perk, so I'm very interested to see exactly how it affects the weapon. Moving on from that, we have some bug fixes. It says the poison clouds tick damage will no longer stick to players, basically causing endless damage. It goes on to say that Huss will no longer ignore the objective during Ride the Lightning missions, which this wasn't exclusive to Ride the Lightning. This actually happened in every single mission type, if you guys ever noticed like a 360 spawn. So I don't know if they fixed the 360 spawns or they only fixed it in Ride the Lightning, who knows. Retrieve the data missions can actually be started properly after the balloon has spawned. If you guys have ever, you know, went to an RTD mission and the mission timer just didn't start and you couldn't start the mission, that should be fixed. Banners no longer disappear after a few seconds after being placed. Heroes no longer disappear in the lobby after joining a party, and the base impacted abilities such as electrified floors now function correctly. Moving on from this, we have the pot shot. Take the ultimate pot shot at the Huss with this new grenade launcher. This will be available on the 25th until April 1st. As normal, we will be streaming this on Twitch. Now that's pretty much it for the home base status report. You know, this of course is going to be in the content update, so this will be next week. They did mention some returning heroes, but they're not really good at all, so I didn't even mention them, as well as some war game stuff, which isn't new, so I didn't mention it. So that's it for the home base status report, but we have 2 leaks to go over. Well, 1 feature and then 1 leak to go over, and then I'll give you guys my opinions on this update. So the 1 feature I want to mention, I ended up tweeting this out right after the servers went on, is that the new locker loadout feature did indeed make its way to Save the World. If you guys are curious, you know, you can go to your locker and you can make loadouts with skins and harvesting tools and wraps and everything like that, and you can save them and name them. I think upwards of 3, very similar to the hero system that we have. I do believe that this is kind of separate from the battle royale. Like, maybe you can have 3 loadouts in BR and 3 loadouts in Save the World. I don't really play battle royale though, I'm just assuming. Maybe you guys can clarify in the comments down below. And aside from that, we actually have something from Jacoco that he tweeted out, and it says that there looks to be a possible new 6 perk for the founders weapons on reload, explode, reload buff, and super shot. So I'm not exactly sure if there's going to be like a founders weapon rework or an ultimate edition rework where they bring back the ultimate edition but they make it better and actually worth your money this time. I'm not entirely sure. But aside from that, guys, that's pretty much it for the news in this update. And I kind of want to give you guys my opinions on everything. Like I did say at the beginning of the video, which probably got me demonetized, the COVID-19 virus is going around, so Epic Games obviously isn't in the offices to work on the update and, you know, have everything going on. And they might not be able to work as fast as everything, so they kind of put this together kind of last minute to make sure that we had something going on while everybody's at home and just chilling. You know, nobody's really at school or anything like that, so most people are just playing video games. And so I guess, you know, if I had to guess, that this is something that they kind of strung together last minute, or it could be planned by Epic Games, as this is happening 6 seasons after the previous one, which the first ever Cram session was season 6, and this one is 6 seasons later, so that could have something to do with it as well. But overall, I do gotta say, guys, I am pretty disappointed in this update. You'll notice that I haven't been uploading as many videos here, and that's mainly because there's just not as much to cover, and Epic Games just does not communicate with the community at all, and it's a very frustrating thing for me. We don't really get any dev AMAs, we don't get dev videos, we don't get roadmaps. It's very seldom that we hear about new content before it gets released, and you know, I'm just really frustrated with Save the World right now. You know, it's not exactly in the best of states. I feel like Save the World would be in a great state right now if Epic Games did communicate with us and they did tell us what's going on and they did tell us what's coming up, but we just don't know. And I'll be coming out with a commentary about this, you know, later on in the week, really explaining my feelings on the entire thing. No, I'm not quitting Save the World, by the way. I'm just saying that I'm kind of frustrated with the game right now, which is fine. You know, a lot of people get frustrated with stuff that they love, and I'm just Save the World's really frustrating right now with how Epic Games is handling everything. There is some good that can come from this update. The last time that the Cram session did happen, I believe we ended up getting the Canny Valley biome and the Canny Valley storyline right after it, so it's possible that we might get a big content drop after this. Who exactly knows? You know, we also got the first ever Frost Night, which was pretty huge and possibly the most content Save the World has ever seen aside from version 11.20. So, you know, who knows? Maybe this could be a really good thing. Maybe it could be a really bad thing. It's not like we would know because Epic Games isn't going to tell us anyways, so we're just going to have to wait and see. Aside from all that, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll make sure to keep you guys up to date with everything with Gold Knox, you know, how exactly he performs as a hero, with the new sniper rifle as well as a new commentary coming out sometime this week talking about my opinions on everything going on with the game, as I'm sure a lot of you guys might be interested in that. But guys, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about the update. And yeah, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you all next time.